Good afternoon, everybody. Let's take a look at your headlines on this Friday afternoon. Mobile is kicking off the holiday season tonight. We'll tell you about the festivities that are planned. Also, we're getting some information today about the teacher accused of child abuse. She has entered a plea. And a former deputy now charged in the death of 2 tourists. Those stories and more on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers. Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you on this Friday afternoon. No, it's kind of gloomy out there. It looks like it's going to rain. There is some rain on the radar, mainly in our northern counties, but it looks like it's going to rain here in Mobile, but I'm not sure if it is, but it sure feels like it. It's kind of a great afternoon to take a little nap, but it's going to be pretty hot this weekend. Tomorrow, temperatures are going up to 82, so that's a little bit toasty. But if you are wanting to pull out your sweaters and kind of cool things down, it is going to cool down for Thanksgiving. So we're looking at highs in the low 60s on Thanksgiving Day and lows in the 40s. So the cool down is coming, just not quite yet. All right, everybody, let's take a look at our big stories at this hour. Number 5, the Mayflower truck is ready for you to bring donations. Donations will be given to those in need this Thanksgiving season. The food truck, if you're in Northwest Florida, is over in the Dillard's parking lot until 6:30 tonight. They are looking for non-perishable items for you to donate. Number 4. A Mobile County fugitive is now in custody. U.S. Marshals surrounded a home last night on Pinemont Drive, which is just off of Airport Boulevard. They were dressed in full tactical gear, and they brought out the canines to capture a domestic violence suspect. They were able to handcuff him and get him into the police car without resisting arrest. Melvin Holcomb is now in Metro Jail. He's wanted from a case from last year involving assault and strangulation. Number 3, on a happier note, get ready for some holiday magic tonight in Mobile. The lighting of the Christmas tree is tonight at Mardi Gras Park. This year's celebration is free. It takes place from 5:30 to 8:30. There will be live musical performances as well as dancers, vendors, crafts, games, and more. By the way, this is Mayor Spiro Cheragatis' first time flipping the switch to light the tree. Number 2, a now former Cottage Hill Christian Academy teacher has pleaded not guilty after being accused of abusing one of her own children. Nicole Staples was booked into Metro Jail on Wednesday and released on bond. She is charged with willful abuse of a child under the age of 18 after video showed what appeared to be her hitting her child with a belt more than 20 times. Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch says investigators learned that other children in the home had experienced similar behavior and that their top priority right now is making sure those children are safe. Birch suggested additional charges could be added in the future. And number 1, a former Escambia County, Florida deputy is being charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide. According to the Florida Highway Patrol, warrants are signed for Gregory Nesmith. Back in July, investigators say he was driving an unmarked patrol car that hit and killed 2 tourists who were walking across the street at a crosswalk on Perdido Key Drive and River Road. It happened around 3 in the morning as Nesmith was returning home from an off-duty job. The man and woman who were killed were both in their 20s. They were visiting from North Alabama. The young man was a student at the University of Alabama. The Florida Highway Patrol has not said what circumstances led to charges being filed, but said Nesmith is cooperating with investigators. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. Okay, everybody, it's time for our question of the day. And we are asking you, what would you spend President Trump's $2,000 tariff check on? There's been some talk about tariff checks in the form of $2,000. So let's see what you guys have to say. Hero Lab Strength Jim says bills. Things are a lot more expensive than last year. Isn't that true? Angela says donate to a charity. Heather says Christmas if I get one. Let's see. Bills, says Melanie. Bud says not going to depend on it because it might not happen. That's right, Bud. It's not a final thing. It's just talk at this moment. Jan, though, she's heading over to Europe. She says she wants to spend that on a castle in Spain. Joyce says, food for my unicorn and clothes for my leprechaun. And Chuck says he wishes he was getting one. So if you would like to comment on that, you can still do it. We also are asking you to participate in our poll today, and it's about minimum wage. So we're asking you, do you think the minimum wage should be raised? Do you think the minimum wage should be raised? Yes, no, or no opinion. Yes, no, or no opinion. As you know, the minimum wage in Florida is going up to $15 an hour over time. And I can't remember when the last amount is that it's going, when it will be $15 an hour, but that is kind of the direction it's headed. So let us know if you want to comment about the minimum wage. You still got time to participate in that poll. We are going to leave it up until 5:30 tonight. That is when the next edition of News 5 Now airs. And you can find the poll and our question of the day about tariff check. They're going to be on WKRG.com and WKRG's Facebook page. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for News 5 Now at this hour. Cherish and Roseanne are off today, so I'll be anchoring the 4 on 5 as well as my regular show, 5 o'clock, and Roseanne's show at 6 o'clock. So you'll be seeing a lot of me later today on WKRG. I hope you have a great afternoon. I'll see you soon.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.